Hi, Lee here from Nothing to Wear. Now it's a new year and it's hot outside, and some people still need to go to a corporate environment. So I've invited in Virginia Jenkins. She's not only a content creator, she's a lawyer. So she works in a corporate office and she knows how to dress for the heat and stay cool and look cool.
You have to do it. You live for fashion.
My friend V, who I see at the occasional event, I'm excited. I've roped you into the studio. I don't know how you fit it in your schedule, but new guests answer a couple of questions before we get into the topics. So please, can you describe your style in 3 words?
3 words. Before I do,
Yes.
I just want to let you know, and I just want to manage everyone's expectations. This is my very first podcast.
Congratulations. I'm popping your
You're
cherry.
popping my cherry, so please be gentle, but
Oh
also
my
just
gosh.
so
I
that
mean, you're a
everybody
style
knows.
icon, but you're a lawyer. So this is not scary compared to like guilty, even though that's a judge. Anyway,
No.
3 words to
3
describe your
words.
style.
Well, I did a lot of reading to determine my 3 words.
Did you?
When it was like a real serious thing on the internet.
Yes.
I even bought Amy Smilovic's book, The Creative Pragmatist. And I
Yes,
also bought
I adore her.
and Alison Bornstein's Wear It Well, and I read it because they both have different approaches to how you find your 3 words. But my 3 words are, so classic, that's my
Yes.
foundational word because my style is at its core classic.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's comfortable, that's how I want to feel.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I haven't even thought of my words, let alone research. This is amazing.
Oh, it provides so much structure once you've got those pillars
Did it
in
confuse
place.
you?
It did a little bit because comfortable doesn't sound very glamorous.
No, it feels like tracksuit pants, but that's not true.
That's right. For me, it's got a bit of a double meaning in the sense that that's how I want to feel, but
Yes.
it also reflects.
But then it
sort
makes
of-
you feel confident because you're
That's
comfy.
right. And it's like it reflects the relaxed nature of my life now. It's not as dressy as it used to be because you know, I've
Yes.
got kids in the picture and things like that. But it's also, because I'm petite, it's got a bit of a double meaning there too, because I walk into a store, I find things off the rack and they're not going to necessarily fit my proportions. And so it's a bit of a reminder there not to sort of, not to... what's the word? Sorry.
No,
not
you're
to,
fine.
Not to compromise anything.
Yes.
And just to make
It's a bit
sure
of
that
filter.
I'm comfortable. That's right. And so comfortable's got a few sort of
What's
layers
your
there.
3rd word?
My 3rd word, which is my aspirational word, is elevated.
Yes.
So
Oh, you're all of those. That's
A little
your
bit. Oh,
your
thank you.
aspiration is a reality.
Oh, thanks. It's a little bit of something special, something extra. I always try and like inject a little bit of that.
Yes.
And so I think like I approach that like for when I'm getting dressed for the office.
Yes.
But also when I'm getting dressed for weekend
Yeah.
stuff, off duty.
Running around with the
things.
kids.
That's right. I'll pop on some earrings just to
Yes.
make myself feel a little bit more elevated.
Well, you know, seeing you in real life occasionally and following you, like devotedly following on Instagram, I approve of all 3. So the theory we hear all the time, we wear 10% of our wardrobe 90% of the time. So this stuff we grab, wear, love, rewear, make sure it's washed so it's ready to go again. Your 10%, what's in there?
We all hate to admit that we only really wear a small portion of our wardrobe,
I
don't we? And I
know.
try to rotate, but I fail. I don't wear everything in my wardrobe. When I think about the 10% of things that I wear, I think shoes come to mind quite a bit.
Yeah. Me too, actually, because I'm just like, I know you're comfortable.
Yeah, I've got a pretty solid shoe collection, a lot of very beautiful, uncomfortable shoes.
Me too.
And so I'm always finding myself gravitating towards closed-toe sandals at the moment. That's been a thing for the past few months.
Closed-toe sandal.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you mean?
So like I've got a heap of strappy. I'm just holding my foot up, by the way.
No,
although
that's
it's going to mean nothing to people listening.
No.
But yeah, I wear a lot of closed-toe sandals for the office,
Yes,
also
'cause
off duty.
work appropriate.
They're
Okay.
super comfortable.
Yeah, but they're airy.
That's right, they're airy, but it means that like my heels, a lot of the things don't get as much airtime as they should.
Same.
I may be wearing one pair of sneakers when I'm like doing exercise and things like that. And so
too.
that makes up.
But then I walk into a shoe shop, I'm like, pretty.
I know, buy it. Yeah. That's
What
right.
else? Are you a jean girl? I mean, we're about to talk corporate, but what are you
Yes.
grabbing? Is it a good quality tee?
Yeah, I've got like crew neck tees that I love wearing.
Me too.
My go-to pairs of jeans that I always wear. And then I think the other key thing, the key category that makes up my 10%, which I think is something that a lot of people can relate to, would be my activewear.
Same.
And it's like particularly the stuff that I have from Lululemon.
Yeah,
And it's
'cause
not
it's
just
elevated.
It's right. It's not just the stuff that I'm wearing when I'm working
Oh,
out.
no, because I rarely work out, but I've got a busy day, so I just put that on.
That's right. I wear like a lot of their casual stuff and it's
Same.
so comfortable. Like I work from home quite a bit. I still have to show up and
Yes.
feel put together.
Yes.
But there's only so much that you can achieve in sweatpants
Yeah,
at your
totally.
desk at home.
But then you're not going to wear like a full-on blazer if you don't need to, unless you know
That's
it's part
right.
of the day.
Yeah. And so I think Lululemon provides like that perfect amount of like elevated
Sounds
while
like you
being
and I
comfortable.
have a very similar 10%.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking corporate wear for two reasons. Firstly, because we've had so many guests on this show, and this Mamma Mia office and team, we can, it's a creative workplace, so we can wear pretty casual things, and a lot of workplaces can't. And a lot of workplaces can, but on the flip side, a lot of professions can't. They're what I call serious careers, like lawyers or doctors. I've got some friends that are solicitors. They're in kind of proper corporate environment. Immediately when I think corporate, I think, a blazer, a long pant, whatever. But then it's summer and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I can imagine the corporate conundrum, I just made that up, of getting to and from work. Hopefully your work's relatively well air conditioned, but you might be running through between meetings. And so you've got to look put together and you don't want to drop dead from heat exhaustion. So we're going to cover all of that. But first I want to ask you, you have two lives, essentially. You're a content creator, but you're also a lawyer. So tell me about that and the different wardrobes, if there is.
For me, because what I share online is essentially what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
It's the same, which is great.
So your audience are probably office workers, career,
That's right.
corporate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I work full time as a lawyer, and then I share what I wear online for my audience.
Yeah.
And it used to be strictly just workwear when I first started. It's now expanded into what I wear.
Was that pre-lockdown?
Pre-lockdown, when
I
everything
did
was.
wonder if things
That's
changed.
right. Things have changed, and I navigated that shift with my audience online.
Yeah, and they were probably going through it too.
Yeah, I think that's right. Particularly
Yeah.
working in traditional corporate jobs, and then all of a sudden working from home in tracksuit pants, which was amazing. For, a
Totally.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Despite what was happening in the world, your bottoms were comfy.
Yeah, that's right.
So what was your, I guess it's different for each workplace, but what was the general vibe or dress code for your work and career pre-lockdown?
So pre-lockdown, I worked mainly in private firms, and the dress code there was, I think, what they call business casual.
Okay.
So it's not business formal. That's like very elevated.
Yes.
Business casual is still suits and blazers and things like that.
Yeah.
The silhouettes were always pencil shape
Yes.
as well. Like
Yeah.
I've been a lawyer now for almost 15 years.
Wow.
So I'm sort of reflecting that
Was
shape.
there back in the day, like you had to wear like stockings and everything, or am I making that up?
Stockings wasn't a thing. I think
Okay.
I think I was probably, that predated my time.
Yeah.
But it was definitely slim lines,
Yes.
high heels. I punished my feet in
Yeah.
10 centimetre heels, and it was just a thing. Everyone did
Yeah.
it.
Look, in magazines back in the day, it was the same.
Yeah, and
it
it
was
was-
unspoken for us, but you just wore like
just stuff
nightclub
it.
shoes.
That's right. You punish your feet in them.
Yes.
Sometimes you'd change from your flats to your heels
after
like for the
commuting.
commute.
Yes.
But that would be even like, why are you doing that? Like, why can't you just punish your feet the entire day, sort
Yeah,
of thing?
wow,
Yeah, it would be a
okay.
flex to be able to commute from home to the office and home again just in the one pair of shoes.
And I'm assuming like a pump or a court shoe, like not a stiletto.
Yeah,
like not a
I
strappy.
would wear stilettos, but
Yeah.
I would wear like a pump,
Yeah,
like with
no
a stiletto
toes out.
heel. No toes out.
Okay.
No toes out. Even slingbacks were frowned upon.
Oh,
But I
wow.
mean, there's been such a shift lately.
Yes.
But I think that was just a very conservative,
Yeah.
traditional office
yeah,
environment.
pretty narrow in terms of the options.
That's right,
Of the
yeah.
final look.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and for you, has that changed post lockdown, or do you think at industry wide, as sort of corporate, has it relaxed a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. It's relaxed a lot.
Okay.
And so now I dress to a smart, casual dress code.
Okay.
And our office actually applies a dress for your day policy. So
Oh,
everyone
dress
can
for your
exercise.
day. I
Everyone can
like that.
exercise their own common sense.
Yes.
Which is great to have the freedom, but you also
Yes.
get a very wide range of outfits.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that when I have a big meeting, like a big serious meeting,
Yes.
that I'm not putting on something that is a little bit more structured and, meeting the occasion
Yeah.
with what
and
I'm
you are
wearing.
dressing for your day.
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if anyone has to get pulled aside and saying, the day on your head and the day on your body it's two different things. Only joking. So I guess the last few years you've had more flexibility, but how do you in general avoid boring corporate work outfits? Because I think also corporate people are often busy or up early or doing a million things, and it's so easy just to go into your wardrobe and go black pants, black jacket, and they might be lovely, but how do you keep it fresh or, make sure there's still a bit of your personality in your corporate outfit? Is it about the planning? Is it about the accessories?
For me, I keep those 3 style words in mind. I think that's the ones that you asked me about in the beginning. That's provided me with a lot of structure to have a bit of a play. Because I do think that there is still a place for a pair of black pants and a white shirt and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's
the
silhouettes.
stuff that you bought from events 15 years ago.
That's right.
You don't have to wear that every single day.
That's
just because
right.
you're like, corporate's boring, so I won't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And corporate wear back in the day as well was really expensive.
Oh, yes.
And I remember spending $400 on a pencil skirt that I would never wear now because it's just so old school.
Yes.
Whereas now you can there's no hard and fast line between workwear and what you're wearing off duty.
There's not those few stores that you'd go to only for your workwear.
That's right. Yeah.
That's my next question. So can you run us through, we're going to talk about hot first, like the hot weather. I mean, you're very hot, but then we'll get into just more general work stuff. Do you have favourite items that you do wear for corporate life when it is unbearably hot?
Yeah, I mean, I think that dressing stylishly for work in the summer, particularly in Australia, I think that's a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, it's so hard.
It's
hard.
It's
impossible.
That's right. And I think that exactly what you said earlier, your work day doesn't just start from when you're in the office. There's all the stuff you do beforehand. There's the commute.
Yep, maybe you're dropping kids off.
That's right, dropping kids off, waiting at a train station with no aircon, hopping on a crowded train, having a heavy bag, all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And just with the shift in my dress code as well, I just sort of wanted to canvass that just in case people are working in different professions and industries.
Well, that's it. Everyone's got something slightly different.
Yeah, for me, it's summer workwear boils down to 2 things. It's the fabric choice and it's having a good set of basics because you're essentially down to the one layer that you can really use to express yourself.
Yes.
I think that's why fashion people like colder weathers so much.
Yeah, because they can do the really cool blazer, but then the coat that they don't properly put on.
That's right,
but,
the obnoxious shoulder.
The drape that day
That's
to day.
Right, yeah. So there's the layering and there's the textures, whereas here you just got one.
Yes.
And so for me, the fabrics, I think you want to opt for something that's light and breathable. So things like linen and cotton, they're kind of no-brainers.
Yep.
There are also some synthetic fibres as well that are breathable and moisture wicking,
Okay.
like the activewear stuff.
Yes.
But there's a brand called Euphemie, which is an Australian label, and they also use some of their technology in their workwear too, because they're predominantly a workwear label.
Yeah, right.
So you're getting a little bit of that as well.
Okay,
some of this,
but
fabric
the
technology.
silhouette is work appropriate.
Silhouette,
but the
that's
fabric,
right.
Yeah,
the fabric's a little bit because you get stress sweats.
Yeah, of course you do.
You
If
get
you're doing
summer
something,
sweats,
a huge, presentation.
Exactly. You've got a crazy deadline.
Yes.
You've got a horrible boss or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You get really
Doesn't matter how
stressed
much
out.
aircon's in the office.
That's right.
Yeah, wow.
And then I guess in terms of the favourite pieces that I have that are my go-tos, so the first is shirting.
Yeah.
Obviously, linen shirts are great
Yes.
because, they've got the airflow
Yeah.
and they're breathable.
Yeah.
I think they're also versatile in the sense that you can wear them as a shirt.
Yes.
As they were, made.
Intended.
But then you can also wear them over a tank as a shacket.
Yes.
And I really like doing that too.
on the weekend or even over
That's right.
swimmers. Yeah.
For a bit of a relaxed look.
Yeah.
So I think that's summer workwear item number 1.
Okay.
The
A good natural fibre or breathable shirt.
That's right. A good loose,
Yes.
breathable shirt.
Yes.
The next item for me sounds a little bit specific, but it's cotton poplin dresses.
No, I don't think we love specificity. Trust
Okay,
me, that's good. Okay.
Cotton poplin specifically.
Okay, so
because
that's that kind of stiffer.
Yes.
Yes.
Stiffer, tighter weave, a bit of a
Yes.
sheen to it.
Yes.
So it's
See, I immediately think white, but I'm assuming you're probably thinking different colour. or no?
yes, different colours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cotton poplin is like cotton's ritzier cousin.
Yes.
And it looks so much more elevated,
Yeah.
and you get pieces that are more elevated
Yeah.
made in that fabric.
Yeah, and it's a bit more structured, so it lends
That's
itself.
right. So it
Yeah.
flows a little bit more. There are some designers like Scanlan Theodore. They do a really good cotton poplin dress, but I appreciate their price tag isn't accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
And so there's also an Aussie label called Faux Amina. And
Oh, I love their stuff.
their stuff is so good, isn't it? They've got an amazing range of cotton poplin dresses in beautiful colours. That's where all my colour is coming from, actually, I've got to say, from their
Okay.
dresses. And it's roughly half the price of a Scanlan Theodore dress.
Okay. And
So
the cuts work appropriate.
the cuts are work
Because
appropriate.
I'm assuming you wouldn't do sort of a shoestring strap or...
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You do like a play on a shirt dress,
Yes.
a button down,
Yeah.
something sleeveless.
Shoulders sort of covered.
That's
sleeveless,
right.
but
Yeah, you can do something. Yeah, they've got things with shoulders on them, but I
Yeah.
think as long as it's flowy and
Yeah.
like a high neck,
Yeah.
I think that's appropriate for the
Okay.
office.
I mean, not that I work in corporate, but you've made me inspired by that. What else?
What else? Summer knits.
Summer knits.
I know that sounds like a bit of an oxymoron.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a few knit tanks. Oh, you could do like a nice high knit tank kind of thing.
Yeah, like cotton knits
Yes.
because they are like quite breathable. and they look, because it's the idea of an elevated basic. They
Yes.
look a lot more basic than a crew neck tee, which I have nothing against,
Yes.
but sometimes you want a little bit of variety.
Yes.
I love my cotton knit tops from Anaquan. A Uniqlo have a great selection.
Yep.
And they're also great when the aircon is set to Arctic in
Right.
the office.
Yeah.
And it gives you an additional bit of
Yes,
layer.
because it kind of knows whether to warm you up or cool you down
That's
a little
right.
bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a magical
clever.
workwear item.
And you mentioned closed sandals. So do you have any brands or workwear appropriate sort of styles?
Yeah, closed-toe sandals have been a real thing for me for the past few years.
Yeah.
My experience with podiatrist design shoes are the ones that I would see in the pharmacy.
Totally.
And they
Yep,
were
those
like
sort of
designed
beige homey peds that they're on
Yes.
the side. Yeah.
Comfort first, fashion not even in existence. Whereas Baird, it's just they've got all these trendy designs. They're
Yes.
great. They've got heels as well, like traditional heels that
Yeah.
you would wear back in the day. if,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, like a kind of air hostess court shoe.
That's right, like a court shoe. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got stylish options there, but I think the closed-toe sandal is just a really
That has
nice.
blown my mind.
Yeah.
I've never even thought to do a style like that. I love that.
Yeah, it's great. They've got a heap of fisherman sandals. I never thought that I would be a lawyer wearing fisherman sandals to and from work, but that's what I'm doing. I'm
I'm
wearing them
into
around
it.
the office. And
Yeah.
I love them. A lot of people are doing it too.
Yeah.
So
You've influenced them.
yeah, I think so. You can do it.
When you go shopping, do you, consciously look for items that are versatile enough for your non-lawyer life, for, the weekends? Do you find that it's the way you style items that then means they're versatile?
Yeah, for me, I don't shop for workwear anymore. I shop for just my wardrobe. But I do want to ensure that it can be styled for both. And so there has to be an element of elevation to it. There has to be something a little bit dressy about it, or I would feel comfortable wearing it to the office.
Yeah, sure.
And that's when I can justify adding something to my wardrobe.
Yeah.
There is an element of that for sure.
Yeah, and that's one of your words as well. Elevated. So,
that's right, yeah.
It's your radar anyway.
Lee, you got to get your 3 words down.
I know. I don't know. Mine would be, schizophrenic probably, and bowerbird, and if it's on sale, and depends on what mood I'm in. So say there's, I guess it's probably easier to dress down. Say you've got a beautiful oversized blazer you can wear to work. Easy to wear that on the weekend. But if there's just something really great and casual, or you're going on a holiday, obviously you'll still buy stuff that's not for your lawyer life, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of casual stuff now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in the office the majority of the time anymore. I'm no
Yes.
longer in the office 5 days a week.
Yes,
I work a
that's
hybrid
handy.
week, like many people. That's right, it's very handy.
Yeah.
I'm in just 2 days a week.
Yeah.
It means that I have an amazing workwear wardrobe that doesn't get
Get
as much
yeah.
airtime as it should.
And
But
you're probably jumping on a Zoom, so you're like, quick, I'll just put this top on.
That's
and
right,
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah.
But no, it's really dressing for my comfortable self now.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love
Yeah.
how it's shifted.
yeah.
But I still want to feel put together.
Yeah.
It's still really important. I think that if my workplace was dressy and still in that business casual dress code, I would still be shopping for 2 separate wardrobes.
Yeah, right.
But because that's shifted and
Yeah.
transitioned to a more relaxed code.
Yeah. But I also think you're helping other people sort of do that in their own way. Even if their workplace is slightly more corporate than yours, I think you show the versatility well of items that can really do both roles.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
makes me feel nice when you say that.
that's
yeah,
the aim.
that's the aim.
So you mentioned carrying heavy bags before, and bags in general. What do you look for in a good work bag?
I like a bag that can fit all my stuff. I used to be a crazy bag lady. I used to have separate bags for my lunch and my gym gear.
That. I'm
And
still a cute handbag, and then a this, and then I'm like, oh wait, and then I've got 3 bags.
I want everything just compact.
So do
'Cause,
I.
yeah.
But I'm not her yet.
Oh, when you do get there, when you do, future you will be very happy.
I know. So are you, have you got a few sort of smaller bags for weekend/evening wear, but mostly you're a tote that can take it all?
I'm a tote person. I've got a few designer totes whenever I want to inject a little bit of that.
Yep.
I've also got some very functional, some very stylish ones too from Belroy. I
Yep.
love their totes because they've got
Belroy.
compartments.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, there's compartments for everything.
I love a compartment.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Belroy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just makes life so much easier with packing and all that
Doesn't
sort
it?
of
And
stuff.
you're not rummaging around.
That's
Yeah,
right. And then,
okay.
I've got a range of crossbody bags that I rely on on the weekend.
Would you do a backpack for work or?
Absolutely. I am a
Yes,
total
okay.
backpack person.
Yes. So you can get stylish enough backpacks to wear to the office.
You can. You can get tote packs. Have you heard of these?
No.
It's like a 2-in-1 multifunctional bag.
Wow.
We can wear it as a tote or as a backpack.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
very clever.
I discovered those just after lockdown lifted, like when we were returning back to work again.
Yes.
I think back in 2021 or 2022.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked back. Because when I commute to the office,
Yeah.
I'm dropping the kids off on foot.
Yes.
And then I'm hopping on the
So
train.
you're probably carrying stuff for
carrying-
them.
holding their hands.
And also,
yeah.
you know, I've worn my handbag on the same side for, you know, decades and my back is not enjoying it.
No, and so, yep, you need to get on the backpack train.
Okay.
But it's nice to sort of chop and change and have
Agreed.
different.
I do
yeah,
like changing my bag
variety.
occasionally. I hate it when I get somewhere and I'm like, oh, what if that one thing's in my other bag?
That's right.
But it is a nice way to kind of switch things up.
Yeah, it's very much part of my outfit, my bag.
Yes.
So I won't keep the same bag all the time. I'll
Okay.
just very easily
Yeah,
transfer
but
all
as
the
long
stuff.
as it carries everything.
As long as it carries everything.
Yeah.
Compartments are great.
Okay.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
You touched on footwear before. So now in these, you know, your modern life right now, you don't change to get to the office or you just go, these are work appropriate, they're comfortable, and I can go the whole day.
The whole day. That's right. So I'll wear, at the moment, because it's so hot, closed-toe sandals are a thing.
Okay.
Strappy sandals.
Ballet flat, like a
Ballet
little...
flat. Yeah, I mean, I get, like, it gets really sweaty
I agree.
when you're walking.
Yeah, and there's
But-
not often, I mean, depending on the brand, but most of them don't have much support.
No, they don't have much support. But I'm more of a loafers person, I've got to
Okay.
say. So loafers would be my thing.
Yeah.
And
I do
then-
love a loafer with a work look.
I do too. I like
Yeah.
the whole element of like masculine,
Me
just
too.
when everything
like
is quite
the,
flowy.
Like the Gucci loafer, but it doesn't have to be the Gucci loafer. But just a
Yes.
visual reference, you know, you can get really great
Yeah.
affordable ones.
Very classic. The Gucci loafers are the ones that I always wear.
Yes.
I'm trying to get the cost per wear down. I've
Oh.
had them for about 3 years now and they're
There
amazing.
you go.
There
I've
you
got a
go.
rip-off pair of them, but I think they're almost dead, so I probably should have just bought the real ones.
Yeah, they're great. But when things need to be a little bit more serious and you
Yes.
need to be a bit dressy, then I will wear a low heel.
Okay.
But 5 centimetres is my limit now.
Okay.
In summer, it will be a slingback,
Okay.
just for that,
Extra
ventilation.
airflow. Yeah.
That's right. But it's,
And that's like a pointy court shoe?
it's a pointy court shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And see, what I love about that is now they look great with, you know, Bermuda shorts or a little dress. Like you can wear
They
them
do.
non-corporately as well.
Yeah, they do. They're great. They're quite versatile.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I find those low heels do double duty in that sense.
Yes. And I don't want any higher anyway, and I don't work in corporate. I just want to be comfortable.
No, but like that's the thing. I used to punish my feet and I don't know how I did it.
I love it. We've all been there. So not just summer in general, but can you just share your favourite? I mean, when I say share your favourite corporate wear brands, the thing is, I think for me, I used to go, okay, Q, Jackie E. Was that it? Or was she a famous person?
Jackie E.
That was a
yeah.
shop way back, you know.
Yeah.
I've never been corporate, but now I feel like you could probably walk into most stores in a Westfield and find work-appropriate clothes and not. But what are some of your favourite brands that you do wear to the office?
Favorite brands that I'm wearing at the moment to the office aren't strictly workwear labels, like you say. I feel like you can find a blazer anywhere as well.
Yes.
But for me, Anna Kwan is currently a favourite. I think
love her
she can do no wrong. And she's got these amazing knit dresses, like these cotton knit dresses that are great.
Yes.
I'm wearing a vest at the moment.
You are?
I really love her stuff. I love, I'm just trying to think, Foamina, who I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
They do some great dresses, a play on a shirt dress, which I really love.
Mm.
There's a workwear label in London called The Fold.
The Fold.
They do some really good traditional corporate workwear,
Okay.
but they've also tailored it and twisted it now for the modern woman because
Yeah.
they recognise the shift.
Yeah, sure.
Scanlan Theodore's great too.
Agreed. And if
My
you don't
wallet
wanna-
doesn't like Scanlan,
No,
but yes.
Are you in the Facebook? There's a Facebook group. For
Yeah,
Buy,
there
Swap,
are,
Sell.
aren't they?
I love those
Yeah,
things.
Scanlan. Yeah, Scanlan secondhand is like you really feel like you've achieved something.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
a
it's
real
still,
win.
because it's such good quality, if someone's taking care of it, I'd go secondhand for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you ever do the more affordable brands? Like, have you looked at Target and, you know, Zara workwear?
Zara, I get a little overwhelmed walking into the store.
Oh.
Yeah, it sets off my anxiety because
It
it's
is a
so
lot.
busy all the time.
I know.
But in terms of like high street labels or
Yeah.
I love Uniqlo.
Yeah, I love Uniqlo.
Uniqlo is great.
Yeah.
Cos
does some
is
really
great.
good workwear.
Yeah, so they're they've got 2 massive stores in the city, so it
Yes.
makes it easy to browse.
Yes.
I think they do really good basics.
Okay.
That would be the 2 I'd recommend.
It's the new year. Maybe people want to inject some new style. And if they do work 5 days a week and think, oh, well, that's just, you know, my boring office job, what's your recommendation?
For me, because particularly in summer, when you're just sticking to the one layer and your outfits are quite basic, don't scrimp on the accessories. Add some earrings here and there, add a necklace. And there are so many ways that you can do it in a budget-friendly way. You don't have to, fork out on crazy expensive jewelry. You can get a lot of the gold-plated stuff or the gold vermeil that's not going to tarnish. It's waterproof.
Yes.
I really like adding those little bits of frosting around my head and on my body before I
love
leave.
that.
Yeah. And it really makes your outfit quite interesting.
Yeah, and then if maybe you're going for after-work drinks, I don't know, I'm too old, do people still do that? But then you still feel a bit special.
That's right. It's a bit of an old life for me as well. But no, you do. You feel a bit special even at 11 a.m. You know? Sitting at your desk, why not?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to get much use of it otherwise. You may as well pop it on and feel a bit
wear
special.
the good jewellery even to the office.
That's right.
Let's get into bougie and budget. I've pretended I work in a corporate environment so I can play along. Let's start, though, with your bougie. What's your bougie item? It can be as bougie as you want. We've had very bougie on here.
Okay, all right. My bougie item, I've got it here, is my Celine handbag.
She's beautiful. Is that the trapeze?
This is the Carbis tote.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Carbis.
Oh, don't ask me.
Yes,
I'm not fancy enough.
but
That's gorgeous.
It's their tote bag, which is discontinued.
Ah.
But I love this bag. And particularly when you're wearing something very basic.
Yes.
Like I could just be wearing a T-shirt and just some very loose trousers.
Yes.
I put this on and I feel like my entire outfit is quite
and it fits
elevated.
your laptop.
Fits my laptop, fits all of the things I need for the day. I've even got a little liner for it to like have the compartments.
Can you know where that is from?
It's from Etsy.
Oh my gosh, I need that.
And so then I've got all of this stuff because
so organized.
I know otherwise I just go crazy.
Well, it does. You rummage around and then you can't find anything. That's clever. And bags like that you can buy secondhand, but even if you do buy new from store, they last forever.
They really do.
And that would look fab at a kid's birthday party in jeans and a tee and great for work.
Yeah. So
I love how I'm justifying your bougie purchase that you've already bought.
That's right. No, I love wearing it to the office mainly. I don't trust my boys and their sticky fingers to bring it anywhere on the weekend.
Okay. Yeah, not around
Maybe
the
when they're a
kids.
bit older, but no, it's a great.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a great work bag.
Well, my pretend bougie, it's a real bougie, but my pretend corporate life, there's a brand called Silk Laundry. It's an Aussie brand, and I figured that silk is breathable. So I'm going to wear that to my fake corporate job. It's the Silk Laundry Relaxed Blazer, and it's literally, you can tell me if I'm approved. This is kind of a deep forest green.
Oh, I really love that colour.
Because it's sheeny like silk, but it's not like that. It doesn't look like cheap, tacky satin. And it's super breathable. So I would obviously wear that just in my non-corporate life. But I feel like you could wear that, with a beautiful skirt or pants and, maybe one of those sleeveless knits underneath and it's still sort of work appropriate. And you could still wear that into winter. It's very sort of trans-seasonal.
Yeah, the colour makes it.
So it's $405, which is expensive, but also for silk. I love everything Silk Laundry does, but that's just my fake corporate life blazer.
We're in an office at the moment.
I know, but what you should see, Mamma Mia, people are wearing anything. Anything. And I mean that lovingly. Like we can basically wear whatever we like and we're very lucky that way.
You're dressing for your day too.
Yeah, we're dressing for our day. Before you came in, I was dying of period pain. I had my belt off and my shoes off lying on the couch. I don't know if you can do that in every lawyer firm. Your budget, please, my friend.
My budget is hiding underneath these headphones, but it is a pair of earrings.
Oh,
so these are a pair of earrings that I got from Arms of Eve. They're an Australian label. Beautiful. They've got a few stores now, I think, in Bondi and things like that. But this is what I was talking about in terms of jewellery.
Yes.
So it's gold plated, heavily gold plated. So it doesn't tarnish and it doesn't fade.
Yeah.
And I think earrings of this ilk are roughly between $80 and $100.
Yeah.
And it just means that you can wear things that'll last a long time.
Yeah.
They're hypoallergenic as well, like if you've got sensitive ears.
Yeah.
So I really love wearing these sorts of earrings.
Gorgeous. And again, on the
work.
weekend.
And on the weekend, yes. I wear them all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like my outfit is incomplete now if I
without an accessory.
That's right. Particularly earrings.
Earrings, yeah. I know, it's weird. Don't they call it tabletop dressing? Because everyone looks from the sort of the waist up. So it's like the necklace or the earrings and it's just like, her life's put together.
She's got her life sorted.
But it might just be your ears.
Yeah, that's right. It's very misleading, isn't it? But no.
Well, my fake corporate life, I actually have these pants in real life, my non-corporate life. They're the Uniqlo pleated wide pants. They're the single tuck. So you can get single tuck or double tuck. I'll show you here. I've got the white. I don't know if the white's maybe too white for the office.
I'm wearing white now.
Well, you are too. You are too. And they come in a really good range of colours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 colours. Extra, extra small to extra, extra large. They're so comfy. You can wear a belt and sort of do a shirt and a blazer. I just wear them with a tank and sandals in my everyday life. I just think I agree. Uniqlo does just fantastic basics that you can really just take that item and really dress it up or dress it down, make it really demure, make it really
Mindful.
Yeah, mindful.
Yeah.
And they've got that airism fabric, which is just the most breathable.
That's that breathable stuff, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just bought a few little sort of almost shift dresses that it's just a high neck and a pocket because I just like to run around. I need a pocket and I need the least amount of fabric touching me.
Yeah.
And they're so good in that airism fabric.
And I love how Uniqlo do the free hemming, particularly if they're short.
I did not know that. I just bought some weird hemming machine off an Instagram ad. I haven't tried to use it yet.
They do in-store hemming. I don't know whether
Okay.
it's free anymore, but it's like really
Easy.
and accessible.
Okay,
Sometimes you can pick it up on the same day.
I was going to say if you're there and particularly if you work near one, if you're corporate, you can go, okay, well, I'll grab those tomorrow.
Yeah, they're great.
And then you don't have that pile in your bedroom going, gosh, I've got to get those all taken
Yeah,
up.
the 2 take to the tailor pile, which is building up for me at home.
Oh, me too. And then I'm like, oh, forget it. It's too late. V, I love chatting with you. Thank you for all your amazing content on Instagram. That was just a tiny drop of the amazing advice you give. So everyone can find you over there. And I'd love to have you back soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you.